Good morning, Crypto Chaos. Good morning, good morning. As we wait for Godzilla. How we doing, guys? How we doing? Good morning, good morning. It's another day of Groundhog Day. Same shit, different day, guys. I'm so tired of this crap. I'm so tired of it. Let's see how we did. It's probably the same shit. All right. Blockchain Menace, Kaka Wee Whiz, what? Cliff is here. Hello, Chaos. Hello, Cliff. How you doing this morning, Cliff, my friend? Hope you're having a great morning. It's gonna be early for you over there. Holy hell. It's like 5 a.m., 6 a.m. Damn, you're a trooper, Cliff. You're a trooper. G-Dog in the house as well. Good morning. Guys, wake up with the pleasantries. Let's get it. Geez. Crypto Quint says, why isn't it 69K yet? I'm right there with you. Why can't it just be something different? All right, let's see where we're at, guys. I'm expecting to be seeing the same thing we normally see. Let's take a look at the chart. Yeah, not enough coffee this morning. All right, 78,750. Yeah. Where are we at with our prediction from last night? And yeah, we're right on top of it. Are we surprised? No.
What are you, stupid?
I'm tired of this shit. Consolidating a little bit down to our overall key level, 78,600. Again, we kind of got this back on over the weekend, right? So all we're doing is kind of returning to trend. Hopefully, this continues. We do not see a fall from here. But you know what? I'm hoping. I want to be wrong, damn it. We are losing a little bit of the trend this morning. Okay, so you see a little bit of that trend lost this morning. The foreign market did okay. It did okay, right? The foreign market did okay. Let's take a look at the Kospi. Let's see. Brent coming down. The dollar trade kind of going the other direction. Last night was a little disappointed hanging out with you guys, the Chaos crew, and Dixie was up over 99. I'm like, what the hell, man? We're going the wrong direction. What are we doing? So hopefully that's short-lived, and we are continuing this downward trend on the Dixie. We'll talk about that more later. And then yeah, Brent is coming down to under $90 now a barrel. Is there something happening with the, I know the dollar, everyone's riding the treasury right now. A little contrary to what we usually see. Ooh, wow, Swede just dropped 5%. Out of nowhere this morning, 7.8, down from 82 cents from last night's 82 cents, 84. Swede just fell this morning. I got it on my phone. Okay, all right, let's get back over here. What else are we looking at the morning open? Oh yeah, the Kospi. The Kospi did have a decent day. You know, it's at least came out green, almost a full percent, 0.7% up on the Kospi this morning. And yeah, we were hanging out last night and be like, the whole world just felt like something else was going on. Well, we got a response this morning from Stanley Druckenmiller, who apparently is Scott Bessent's mentor. Listen to this, I guess, a little bit over here.
So Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent's former mentor says he's making a mistake. In an opinion column in the Wall Street Journal, Stanley Druckenmiller writing, quote, governments defending prices against fundamentals always lose. The only variable is how much they spend before conceding. Let the bond market speak. Let's discuss with Bloomberg macro strategist Michael Ball. Thank you for joining us in person. So is this bond buying a mistake? What do you discuss in your MLive team?
Yeah, I think Druck's point is right. You can do this for a certain amount of time, just like you get intervention, but eventually market forces are just too large.
A happy mistake.
If there's a real problem, which we kind of all know there is, the deficit story, the excess supply now from the AI CapEx build out, and the global picture more broadly is also.
This is kind of what I was talking about yesterday. Like all it takes is for Scott Bessent to come out and say like, oh yeah, I don't think that's going to do it. We should go the other direction, and then everything we just built up comes falling down, guys.
Huge amount of supply. Curve kind of has to steepen. We have to see greater term premium. People have to be compensated for that risk. And yet, and unfortunately, what's going on at the Fed, where we don't have really clarity on Warsh's particular reaction function, although we do know from the committee, and obviously it's committee-based, but we want to hear more from the leader who's going to set the tone at the committee meetings. So it's like a little.
And we're going to hear, of course, from him on Friday. All right. There's a bunch of stuff in here. We'll take a look at maybe a little bit further.
Druckenmiller was something of a mentor to him, so probably it's especially painful to have this come out. Warsh may be closer to a peer of Druckenmiller. Do you think to some degree this op-ed reflects the viewpoint of Chair Kevin Warsh?
Yeah, I mean,
The
it's
old
a great
man bickering
question.
battle.
I think, Warsh doesn't want to be bottled in here with Besson actually last week coming out and saying that, there are plans as far as the Treasury is concerned to align debt issuance with the composition of the Fed balance sheet. I mean, that's not something that is just kind of thrown around these days. So effectively, we're saying there's going to be a new Treasury Fed Accord. That changes the whole story. And that's why we've seen sort of this debasement trade come back up with a weaker dollar, with gold really going off to the races. Crypto's had its own unique kind of stories with regulation, but also lots of the digital gold been benefiting from this as well. The worry would be that, again, we're going to loosen financial conditions through this kind of Treasury Fed Accord, and that's going to get away from what the front end of policy rates will do, and then you're going to have some sort of a split, and the market's going to be very confused by that.
Of course, there's this other question, which we were talking about on surveillance this morning, of was this thing just AI slaw? I don't know if you've seen the commentary.
We have seen.
There's a lot of stuff
conspiracy coming out and saying that wasn't even him at all.
in the
Just
op-ed
AI.
that's like, if it's not X,
It's Y. Yeah. That shocked me a bit because one would think he would have a team of editors or like the Wall Street Journal also. Why would they publish
this
that?
was my
Nah, he threw that through AI and he just sent it out. Come on, of course.
argument that it's like everybody always gets
He's
their
70
stuff
years
edited.
old.
Sometimes important people get their pieces ghost written. Does it matter if it's AI?
Look, put the tin hat on. These guys all know each other. There's a larger group of financial titans here that
It's all manipulation.
have a big stake in the game. They may be playing sort of a coordinated game to calm markets down. You shouldn't do this.
he
It's
literally
gonna work,
said it.
But we're going to look at a longer-term thing.
I want to go more into the tin hat.
Yeah.
So there's a theory in which Jock here was perhaps working in concert with Besson, or this was to benefit him?
No, but I don't know. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is if you kind of take this...
Yeah, come out. It makes sense, too. Come out contrarian. Come out not as a mentor, but as an adversary, and calm the markets down. I mean, maybe. It's kind of crazy. We're getting some info hat stuff out of the Bloomberg this morning.
Conclusion. It is a strange op-ed because it was written in that form.
Yeah.
Perhaps there's more to this, and perhaps, again, we're trying to have the dialogue put pressure on almost the administration.
All right. Anything else out of this? Before I forget where we are, we got a response from Besson. This is all from yesterday. If you guys didn't see yesterday,
economic punishment against any country doing business with Iran, part of what he calls an unprecedented campaign to isolate Tehran from the global economy. He spoke yesterday.
got 2 minutes, guys. So
Every country, every entity should know that they should be prepared to face U.S. sanctions. No one is above this.
And then he dropped the mic and he walked off stage and he just like, I'm out of here. All right. Anything else we have from here? It's a lot of doom this morning. I love it. U.S. targets key areas of the economy, digital assets, technology, gold, aviation, shipping. And then we do have some mentions of more of our sector this morning from some of the back and forth on Doomberg.
Interview with Lisa and the CEO of United, Scott Kirby, in the next hour.
And let's also get to the digital asset world. Crypto stocks are rallying. Actually, no, it's kind of mixed there. Coinbase
Is it
higher.
really?
Or I guess Coinbase is flat. Oh, now it's red on your screen. Coinbase Strategy Circle, all in the red, and that's after Bitcoin touched $80,000 for the first time since May. Chatter
Gotta
around
mention
the debasement
this
trade
morning,
is helping drive
80K.
inflows as U.S. Treasury steps up bond purchases.
Some more
All right.
earnings for you after.
And if you guys were hanging out with us last night on the Chaos Crew, of course, on my Patreon, it's only $15 a month to hang out with the Chaos Crew. We, of course, watched that in real time at midnight. All right. And that's pretty much, got exhausted right around like 12:30, and then pulled back from 81,300. That was the high we saw just last night. Crazy times. And again, waking up this morning, I'm so tired of winning, guys. I was rushed yesterday, too. Freaking land right on top of it. It's disgusting. I'm tired of this shit.
Stupid.
For the simulation, let's break the simulation, guys. Let's wake up one morning and do not have another Groundhog Day. All right, 9:30, guys. We're opening the bell right now. We got to get back over there. Opening bell happening now.
Trading day started. This is Bloomberg Open Interest. I'm Danny Berger alongside Isabel Lee. Matt Miller is still out, and it's an equity market that is rebounding this morning as yields come in, as the price of oil drops, as some of the AI scaries abate, at least for today. We have NVIDIA to get through tomorrow. So the NASDAQ outperforming. Down at the New York Stock Exchange, very cool. We have the government of Puerto Rico and the governor ringing the opening bell. I'm not quite sure why, but Bad Bunny did just finish his historic tour with 2 nights in Puerto Rico. So I'm going to just say that they're there to celebrate that because that's pretty cool. Anyway, NASDAQ. Down there you have Vanderbilt University, the chancellor ringing the opening bell. They have opened a new campus in New York City, so they are celebrating that. I'm assuming some of the people wearing the T-shirts are students of Vanderbilt. How cool to get to go and ring the opening bell. down at the NASDAQ. Certainly never had the opportunity to do that. Isabel, what you looking at this morning?
I did not see the Bad Bunny reasoning coming. I have a
look
lot of
like
friends
students.
who were
They look
so
pretty
happy
old to be
watching
students.
the concert. I didn't watch. I'm not a concert goer.
Yeah.
Did you
I mean,
watch?
I didn't go, but I definitely would have wanted to. He's excellent. Yeah.
No, I'd rather save my money for a $150 pair of sneakers.
Okay.
On our deck this morning are tech stocks. Of course, tech sentiment is starting to rebound this morning
Holy
with chip
hell.
stocks leading the
Sandisk
recovery
back up around
after a
3%.
sell-off yesterday. You see green on the screen, Nvidia higher by 1%. Of course, Nvidia reports tomorrow, and you're really probably going to see investors buying the dip ahead of the earnings. Micron higher by more than 2%, and Sandisk up by also 2%. Again, Nvidia tomorrow, and maybe it could be the test, Danny, on whether AI trade
3.5.
has more to go.
Another set of earnings we were watching this morning. Dick's Sporting Goods down by the most in 3 years, dropping 20%. It's been struggling to maintain
All right,
its sales
Dick's,
growth.
of course.
from the
Yeah,
World Cup.
they bought, what, Foot Locker? Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with that. Maybe just, maybe it's just another, what do you call it? Residential, not residential. Real estate play, like McDonald's. Yeah, like one, of course. Yeah, McDonald's. All right, let's take a look and see what else is going on, guys. Tinfoil Hat Tuesday, apparently. Apparently, Cliff. Good morning, Super Danny in the house. Let's go flat smack. Let's take a look and see what else they have on Bloomberg before we get back into the pleasantries.
NVIDIA is unimportant. It's obviously a bellwether. The stock is pretty cheap relative to earnings, according to most people. I would agree with that. So let's hope they can come in with acceptable earnings and buoy the whole group for a while.
If Kevin Warsh is the more important event, as Danny pointed out, and as you pointed out, what are you looking to hear from him? Will we even hear anything from him? Sometimes they're starting to think whether his lack of communication is a liability or an advantage.
Yeah, great question. I think the uncertainty and the unknown still has investors a little bit spooked. The question is, will he tip the hat to the more bullish, hawkish folks on the Fed that are concerned about inflation, or will he just stifle and not say much at all? I think the latter. Markets won't particularly appreciate that.
And this maybe brings us back around to
It doesn't matter what he says. We're going to see some sort of volatility on Friday. All right, let's see what we have in the chat, guys. Tim Flats will protect you from the AI reading your mind, they say. So we're going into that now, too. It's going to protect us from AI. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Cliff saying Crypto Q, Lake America. What? Crypto Quint says also Canadian bacon will henceforth be known as the Michigan meat. Oh, what the hell? The Michigan meat? What the fuck? What are you, stupid? Oh, jeez. Easy also out here with the coffee. Passing out coffee this morning to everyone who wants some. 81K. Yes, flat smack. That was a fun time to hang out with the Chaos crew last night when we hit 81,300. Dab Turbo in the house. How you doing, Tab Turbo? Let me get a buy in under 60K. I hope that for you, man. I'm rooting for everyone, of course, to get one more buy back under 60K. I remember Jake the Snake still calling for 55K by October. Will he be right? Will he be right? I hope so. You guys, of course, I'm rooting for the underdogs here, guys. I'm rooting for the underdogs here. All right, but we are sitting as highs. If we don't see any sort of huge macro or a huge like Black Swan event, it's possible that those days are behind us. Maybe a retracement to the low 60s. Possibly. The low 50s, unlikely. Mid to high upper 50s, possible. That's that would be a Goldilocks, of course, scenario. All right, let's get back, guys, into what else is going on over here. Anything else to mention?
I think the answer is yes. We do need to keep our eye on it. Look, a year or so ago, they were financing all this out of cash. And then it was bonds, and then it was stocks, and then it was, we call it circular financing, and then it was, trust me, I'll find the money. So, yeah, I think we have to watch carefully at how much these companies are borrowing to support, in some cases, sales from other people of their own products.
Going back to where we started, you argue that attempts to cap treasury yields could ultimately weaken the dollar. What would be the catalyst, in your view, that would bring bond vigilantes back?
So my view is they're already they're warming up, if not already
stopping the money printing. Blah blah blah.
There's no.
All right, we're over this. CNBC. We're going back over to Kramer and Friends. See what they're doing over this morning. 79K on Bitcoin. Stocks inch higher.
Yeah, it's up 30% in the last 3 months. Guys, the mover this morning, though, that we should get to
Bitmine.
is Dick's Sporting Goods. Of course, acquired Foot
There's
Locker some time back, and
Tom Lee's
that
company
is
shared for
not
a minute.
going well, at least not at this point. On the call, CEO Ed Stack saying the inventory buildup across the industry, supply chains, and across the retail marketplace led us to an increasingly aggressive promotional
And we're still talking about Dick's Sporting Goods. Okay, Dick's Sporting Goods. 79,130 guys, continuing the 10 a.m. rallies we have seen here recently in the U.S., of course, Open, being more bullish than the, I guess it doesn't even matter anymore. It's like at the opening of the American or the foreign market, we're just going to pump now, I guess. I guess so. All right. Who's longing Aave with me? Says Blockchain Menace. You do you, boo-boo. I'm not doing anything risky anymore with my portfolio for a minute. We're definitely living in a simulation now, says Crypto Quint. I know, right? This is ridiculous. I'm tired of winning. I'm so tired of winning, guys, every damn day.
You may even get tired of winning.
Of course, talking about that prediction again last night, guys. I was doing the math in my head. I'm like, we are definitely damn near still 99% accurate on my channel. We're only like wrong like once every other month, or maybe once every 2 or 3 months. It's like less than 12 times a year at this point. I'm so tired of it. Last year, I think we did up those up a bit. So far this year, though, it's just been pretty stagnant and easy to predict the markets for me, anyway. What else we have here? Blockchain Man says, "Who's long and Avi with me?" And Dick's Sporting Goods sucks. Says Flat Smack in the chat. Yes, Dick's Sporting Goods does suck. All right. Let's get back to what else is going on, guys. In crypto, 79,181 today out the gate on Bitcoin. All right. Let's do this. Get back over here and see what else is going on. Let's go through overall sentiment. They're still talking about other the Foot Locker and the Nike and all the shoe companies. People can't afford an extra pair of shoes. That's why these companies, of course, don't really, appreciate in these sorts of situations. We're looking at a financial crisis looming. It's still on my headline today, guys, on my thumbnail. I feel it. Do you guys feel it? I feel it. I smell it in the air. 2008 crisis coming soon. Oh man, so much doom. I love it. All right, let's get back into U.S. of course, debt clock sitting at $40,772 billion. Coming down now. I think we just only saw like $3 or $4 billion overnight. So a little slow and stagnant, but we still do an average of $6 to $8 billion every single day, adding to our U.S. debt. All right, continuing looking at the Fear and Greed Index for the stock market, back in the greed now. It's been a minute. It's been about 4 or 5 days, sitting at solid neutral, about 52 to 54, 55. We just inched our way back into greed for the stock market, as we do have, of course, NVIDIA earnings and all the big boys later this week. Let's get into, crypto fear and greed, as this has been ridiculous. In a bear market, we've been pretty damn bullish. Sitting right now at a 74, guys. Holy crap, 74. It's pitch me. It's not real. We're inching 1 point higher today than we were yesterday at 73. All right, looking at the Dixie. Again, not too happy to say this, but we are still holding on to 98, almost 99. 98.94. Last night, of course, seeing another resurgence back to 99.1. 99.6. That was pretty crazy. That, of course, flood into treasuries last night. I don't know why. I looked everywhere last night. I'm like, who the hell's buying U.S. treasuries? And we also seen oil pull back as well. A little bit of a weird moment where Bitcoin and, of course, the dollar is in a slight incline. But the dollar overall in the last 3 months has been in a decline. So I hope this continues. We just, of course, to see this lower for risk assets at the end of the year. All right, let's continue. Let's take a look at the bubbles today. What's going on with bubbles today here on the daily? In the top 100, we're down a fraction of a percent today. It looks like 0.3% on the top 100, almost a full 0.1% down on the top 200. 3 and 4 up about 0.4%. So pretty flat this morning in crypto. Nothing's really happening. Biggest movers to the downside, Canton, almost down another 9% on Canton. Continuing the pain. Down only 3% on the month though. So really nothing. Kind of a nothing burger. kind of Bart Simpson the opposite direction, right? Taking a look at Pump.Fund, looking at 6.3% down today. ENA is down 8% today. Trump coin is down almost a 7% today. I'm not sure who's still trading this or why we're still holding this or messing around with this damn thing. Still down 71% on the year. Injective is up 8%, Stacks is up 10%, Zero. It's a bit mixed bag here, but for the most part, it is flat. Looking at the weekly, everything is up huge on the weekly. XRP is up still 47%. Stacks is up 125%. Of course, Stacks on Bitcoin. Canton's up 30%. Pengu is up 62%. And Pump.Fund's up about 65% with Trump coin. Who the hell's buying this shit?
Are you stupid? You're gonna win so much.
I guess. Injective up to about 48, 46 here. Polygon as well. A lot of course, big movers here. Still holding gains on the weekly. On the monthly, again, nothing's oversold, guys. It's just still stable. The runner-up, of course, to being the only oversold asset. Close to it, but no cigar. It's just stable, down 27% on the monthly. That is it, guys. There's no pain enough. Of course, be backing up a truck today. Looking at the top 200 on the daily here as well. DRV down 10%. Egan Layer is down 7.5%. Track is down 6.4%. JITO, of course, down 3%. Optimism down 4.5%. XPL down about 6%. And Met, that's Meteora, yeah. Meteora down 7.1%. Biggest movers to the upside, Cash Cat, 18% up on Cash Cat, continuing to run. Cash Cat, yeah, still holding about 300% on the monthly. Jasmy pushes up with a 10% move here on the day. Jasmy. We also seen a decent move here from Zbeck as well. Both of them are up almost the same last time I looked. This morning, 4% on Zbeck and Jasmine having a little bit more of a pump. Still shows me 4.6% here so far since the market opened. Okay, looking at the weekly. Anything down here on the weekly? We have 2 oversold assets. This just build on. Not sure why people still have this build on. And Humanity token. Oh, the Humanity down 30% now on the week. Again, still not really anything against their year. Of course, still holding about 181% in profit. All right, let's take a look in the monthly. Nothing oversold, nothing 30% off, just data again, giving back a tiny little speck since it's still holding 1,100% of gains so far on the year, giving back, of course, 30% on the month is nothing, and it's only down 28%. Buildon's 21%, and Starknet is down 14%. That is it. There's nothing oversold anywhere in the market within the top 200 assets, guys. And I'm here to show you this every single day. It feels like the bottom is in. Let's take a look at the top 300 since the top 1 and 200 are so boring. Let's take a look at the top 300. We have more pain, looks like, here on the monthly for the top 300. They're having a little bit more pain. Obviously, the market caps are smaller. They can move easier. Velvet just entered the top 300 last night. Talked about this a little bit on the Patreon live. I was surprised. I'm like, we haven't seen Velvet in a while. They moved down 282 now in the top 300. So yeah, almost ready to lose the top 300 here in a bit. At about 20 to 25 points now down in market cap. It will of course move into the top 400, and we won't see that one for a while until it explodes and comes back out of nowhere. Ansom's down 8.5%. That's now in the top 300 as well. And some other coins we haven't seen in a minute. Super, remember Super? I remember Superverse. It's been a minute though since we talked about that one. A lot of these have had their time in the spotlight and really moved on. Zen, we haven't seen Zen in the top 1 or 200 in a minute. Boom, Book of Meme, right? Book of Meme we haven't seen in a minute. A lot of these coins. Tag, we just saw that actually, I think yesterday. Just lost the top 200 again. All right, guys. Nothing really happening over here. Nothing I would really back up a truck on that I'm super excited that it fell into the top 300 anyway. The IP, again, struggling with identity crisis on IP. We've been talking about that for months now. Almost 6 months. It's been pretty much almost since like March. I think they changed their directive from, what is it? IP, obviously, for like copyright and trademarking on the block space to like freaking probably like what was it, prediction markets or AI or some other bullshit that everyone else is doing the same thing anyway. All right, so yeah, I'm not excited of course of any of these sitting here. DEXC now sitting in the top 300 as well. Again, that just rolled in there really within the last week or so with Velvet and Kato and all the other ones. Tag here recently. Genius, we haven't heard of Genius either. A lot of coins just kind of fell to the wayside. Here on the monthly, on the top 300, there's only like 3 as well. So there's not much pain here either. Even on the top 300 in the trenches where there's lower market caps. All right, guys, to get back over here, guys, not financial advice, of course, much of my 2
I'd
sats.
buy that for $1.
Let's get back to Doomberg and see what else we're talking about. Data centers, of course, NVIDIA. And, of course, the crowdfunding, the circle jerk, and all the other nonsense.
Anthropic is getting and what it does to their model quality. All these things will play a part in terms of how investors will look at the earnings print.
We got 15 minutes till 10 a.m., guys.
When Anthropic becomes a public company, the correlation between their performance and NVIDIA just becomes really intertwined, that you need to see Anthropic making announcements of improvements in their model in order for NVIDIA to continue to rally.
All right, whatever. Let's continue. Let's get back over here to the S&P 500. We're talking about Kramer and friends. Kramer.
they're gonna knock over China's government before they knock over ours because that's how far ahead China is. It's going to be China.
Didn't follow the thinking there.
Okay, well,
there you go, Kramer.
Really ahead of us,
you tell it like it is. China, of course, is leagues ahead of us, and we're just lied to. We're the greatest country in the world. Just standing there like an idiot. Beating our chest like a gorilla. That's America.
Great. All right.
Is that what Claude told you?
17 days? Not 18, not 16?
That was perplexity.
They're gaining on us. I don't know how far ahead we are, but our models are more sophisticated. They have more access to power, maybe even more access over, but not.
All right, treasury yields move lower. It's not good to hear this morning. Okay, let's continue, guys, in the chat. Have to catch up with you guys, and we're going to get into some crypto news here. We're going to be on there early, apparently. It's not even 10 o'clock yet. Usually it's when we get into crypto news. Now we're just all waiting for Bitcoin to see what's going to do at 10 a.m. All right. Let's see. Let me see. Boo Boo is crazy paws says Blockchain Menace. You guys have shoes? Yeah, you guys have shoes. Yeah, one of the anchors this morning said, I'm going to save my money and buy a $150 pair of shoes instead of buying one of these stocks this morning. Let's see. U.S. national debt breaking through resistance, looking for new all-time highs. Let's freaking go. Yes, let's go. You know it. Always. Every day, another, of course, $1 billion, another $8 billion added to that tally there, pushing us ever so higher. $41 trillion by the end of the year, guys. We still have to pass a budget by the end of the year too. It's gonna be fun to see how much they settle on that there. I got Bengu, and being stupid had never felt so good. Yeah. being a silly penguin never felt so good. A bunch of dookie coins this morning, says Crypto Quint. A bunch of dookie coins. Yeah. All right, let's get back over here. Anything else happening? Meh.
Turkey.
I'm aware of Turkey.
What leverage do we have over Turkey? Tell me.
All right, we're talking about Turkey this morning. Okay, let's take a look and see what else is going on with Doomberg. They're probably back on break now.
We saw that Workday deal. So from
they still
that
have
perspective,
Mandeep. Of course, another Bloomberg analyst. I really try to avoid the Bloomberg analysts. All right, let's get back over here to crypto news then. I guess we're going to start with Cointelegraph. Start ripping off this earlier than we normally do, about 10 minutes earlier. There we go. Hugging Face hack exposes the open white of AI cybersecurity paradox. Here's what happened today in crypto as of 30 minutes ago. We can take a look at that, see what happened in the forward market, and give you guys an update. Of course, if you didn't stay up with us last night. Bitcoin ETF adds $338 million. A 6-day inflow streak hits $2.26 billion. US spot Bitcoin exchange traded funds recorded $337 million in net inflows on Monday, marking the 6th consecutive day of trading inflows. $2.26 billion. All right. U.S. targets Iran's crypto sector. Cites over $100 million in oil-linked payments. U.S. Treasury has expanded as its Iranian sanctions framework to cover the country's digital asset sector, citing more than $100 million in crypto payments allegedly used to facilitate Iranian oil sales. On Monday, the Treasury said the Office of the Foreign Assets Control, the OFAC, issued sectorial sanctions determinations covering digital assets, technology, gold, aviation, and shipping. I already showed a little bit of that this morning, and the Doomberg coverage this morning. Strive adds 81.5 million in Bitcoin as shares jump. Looks like Strive is continuing their asset allocation for the Treasury company. Strive bought 1,110 Bitcoin for roughly 81.5 million last week, and they're reporting it this morning. Let's take a look at that over here in Bitcoin Treasuries. So over there on lining up now. I think number 5. I think they're in the top 5. Come on. Of course, Metaplanet and 21 Capital are still fighting for number 2. There they are there. Marathon sitting at 4. Bitcoin Standard at 5. Nah, they're not. They're in the top 5. They're at 7 right now. They just moved up ahead of SpaceX. Wow, SpaceX. As of maybe a few weeks ago, continuing to add to their stack. Strive, of course, is the latest one to add a significant amount of Bitcoin, reporting this morning. All right. Anything else? That's about it on the little roundup there. Let's get back over to Doomberg, and we're going to go back and forth slowly to crypto news as we're inching towards 10 a.m. Guys, you know what happens at 10 a.m. here in the States. Recently, it's been pumping, but traditionally, in the last 2 years, dumped, of course, due to manipulation. Let's get back here in the chat. Strawberry Dragons is here. Good morning, Chaos. Good morning, Strawberry. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing this morning, Strawberry? Are we rich yet? Soon.
When will then be now? Soon.
We're always rich if you have a good attitude and you're healthy and you have relationships and you have fun. Just gotta look at it different perspective. Wealth is only, of course, a stack of silly little pieces of paper, which I do not like to hold too much of. All right, Durn's on break, going into CNBC. They're on break too. Perfect time to get back into crypto news. All right, let's refresh for good measure and continue. Trying to find anything breaking this morning. Standard Chartered becomes the first bank distributor of the Hong Kong dollar stablecoin. Again, if you guys didn't hear, we talked about that last night. So a little bit of a recap on this real quick. The bank plans to tokenize money market fund settlements in fourth quarter as the Hong Kong dollar stablecoin expands its phase rollout into conventional banking, and Standard Chartered, of course, is going to be, of course, hosting it. What else we got? Shipyard runs down IPAFS. India plans to tokenize bond using wholesale CBDC. Yikes. And we did, of course, give a little quick little market update on what's going on with India last night. Again, they still are not stacking any Bitcoin. They have, again, one of the largest adoptions in the world. With, I don't know, probably close to 100 million people. I don't know. In America, I think we're about that. I think they probably have 200 or 300 million. I don't know. Definitely more than any other country. How many? Let's see. How many people in India currently hold crypto? 119 million. Looks like 1.8% of the total population. All right, still a drop in the bucket for the total population, but obviously they have a larger population than most, if not all, countries in the world. Korean bank taps Ripple for payments. Pakistan opens to crypto licensing. Some other Asian news we have here. Let's see. Asia's biggest crypto hubs are locked in a tax cut arms race with Ripple. Will help Korea's Jeonbuk Bank move money across borders. It's one of the new news pieces of news we have here on Ripple, of course, so settlement across overseas. The service targets businesses including import-export companies, technology startups, and online content creators. Ripple said its system will provide the bank with faster, less expensive remittance capabilities with conventional transfers routed through intermediary banks via the Swift messaging network, which can take up to several days. Of course, yeah, we're going away from the old, out with the old, in with the new. All right, anything else here? South Korea moves to block poly market over gambling concerns. That's still ongoing. Nothing new there. South Korean lawmakers seek expanded FIU powers of the unregistered crypto firms. Still cracking down. And BitGo Korea secures the VASP registration for institutional crypto custody. South Korea is set to join that virtual asset crime investigation unit. We've heard about most of these developing for months now. Nothing really new. Japan's SBI leads 68 million facet round of $1 billion valuation. The companies also plan to join operate a digital bank in Malaysia and distribute facet issued tokens, according to the SBI. Laser Digital gets Japan's first crypto exchange approval in 4 years. That's old. We talked about that last week. Metaplanet expands Bitcoin treasury strategy to U.S. with 2,100 Bitcoin NASDAQ play. Proposal deals with NASDAQ-listed Super League Enterprise would give the Tokyo-based company a foothold in U.S. capital markets while using Bitcoin rather than additional purchases. Damn. That's pretty awesome. Toyota Finance opens tokenized bonds to retail investors via a mobile payment app. Big Deer signs 400 million AI cloud computing deal with Malaysia, so they're going to be, of course, converting more of their Bitcoin miners to more to AI. Yeah, to AI. Singapore and Hong Kong compete for taxed fund managers. Singapore's monetary authority has unveiled tax exemptions for fund managers and family offices. Okay. There's a lot actually happening in Asia here recently. We also have, Bitcoin Asia that's happening in Hong Kong this week. It's going to happen in the same time the Fed is going to be meeting for the Jackson Hole Symposium, starting tomorrow and going until Friday. Pakistan opens crypto licensing portal. Jesus, there's a lot happening overseas while we were sleeping last night. Capital.com plans UAE spot crypto services after affiliate wins license. That's not how you spell license. Okay. OKX restricts cloud access for Hong Kong employees. OKX was forced to restrict employees in Hong Kong for those traveling to China from using Anthropic's Claude artificial intelligence model after the company accounted was temporarily suspended for not complying with geographic restrictions. Okay. I was expecting something more doom-filled. Standard Charter to distribute the Hong Kong, of course, dollar. Stablecoin, we already covered that. Alibaba raises $10.2 billion to fund AI ambitions. Taiwan busts money laundering network using USDT, of course, Tether. All right. There's a wrap-up of what happened over in Asia. That's a big one, guys. That's huge. Huge amount of news there coming out of Asia last night. All right. Let's see what else we have here. Thailand moves closer to Bitcoin, Ethereum ETFs with draft rules, so they're about ready to get started. Of course, supplying their citizens with ETFs, of course, of the like. And there we go. I think we pretty much rounded up all the breaking news this morning on Coin Telegraph. Let's take a look back at TradFi and jump back and forth a bit more here. Bloomberg's still on break, and CNBC still on break as well.
The sun is there.
They're back.
I love it because the son's name is Saul. All right.
Yes.
All right. What else?
We'll see you tonight. By the way, Intuit at 6.
Intuit tonight. I mean, it's down 8. I mean, it's been like one of those.
Intuit is coming out tonight. All right. Let's get back with you guys in the chat. Bitcoin sitting at 78,500. Still not able to get it back up this morning. Still following, of course, my baseline bear prediction from last night. Okay, too much winning. Tired of winning. Yeah. All right. I just want to be wrong, guys. Let's just wake up and be like, streaming up to the Super Bowl target. Again, we got really close just the other day. And or maybe a super bear. For some of you super bears out there, wouldn't it be nice to wake up to one of these again, like we did see back in February 5th here on the channel. All right. But we're still chopping around here. 78,500. Still trying to keep this level. We already wicked pretty hard to it this morning. Right now, in the last 15 minutes, we wicked as low as $78,050. Let's take a look at the order books. We haven't done the Bitcoin weather this morning. Let's see how the weather is looking today. Last night we were looking like we were getting stopped out pretty much by the bears. They came up with a huge level of resistance right after 12:30. And we're hanging out, of course, with the Patreon around that time period. All right, let's jump over there and take a look and see what's going on with the weather. And of course, here is your Bitcoin weather this morning. And if you're from yours truly, the Crypto Otaku. Well, let's do this, guys. Let's see what we got. Overall volume is slowing down. Last night we saw almost $10 billion in volume. It's okay. It's not the best we've seen this week, this month. Coming out swinging this last week. Got up to like 14, 15, something like that, just last week between Wednesday and Friday. But yeah, we're sitting at 8.7 billion in the favor of the bears. 8.9 billion overall volume is flat, of course, right now, right down the middle, split between the bulls and the bears. We are looking right now at the 12-hour. And again, they are coming up with even more levels of strong resistance, pushing us back down further. More showers probably coming today, guys. Sorry. I gotta go to the pool, too. I don't want to see any more showers.
What are you, stupid?
Still working on my Thailand tan. Anyway, so yeah, we're looking at 80K. That one's brand new. That one just started here about hour ago. And then the big one from last night that started presenting itself was a big one up here, about 81,800. And then that one, I told you guys, we're going to be starting to defend almost every $100. It reminded me of what happened on Wednesday. But we didn't get the momentum to really push through and try to retest it again last night. We pretty much stopped after 12. We already exhausted at that point. So yeah, we are looking at another one now building up at just almost the same amount of heat on the map here, just underneath 81. So again, the bears are now in control. They're building us all the way down to about 79,800 again. We got to do this whole thing all over again. We'll see how much momentum we can still harness going into Jackson Hole, but as of right now, it feels like a little bit of a buy the rumor, sell the news into that event. And again, that event's pretty much going to conclude on Friday. All right, so yeah, we're seeing a little bit of this hold here. The heat's not that great compared to the rest of the levels ahead of us for the bears. Overall holding resistance right now. Key resistance, again, is right at 79,800. Protecting, of course, 80K. All right, so other than that, we're looking at the weekly here. We still have a strong level of support below us. It's like 77,800, I think. 77.8. So that's kind of what we're looking at here on the weekly. That's still holding for support. Keeping, I guess, most of what we got from Wednesday, the initial pump from Wednesday. We've already lost a lot of what happened between the weekend, right? That's already pretty much gone now. We're holding just support from what we ran up to Friday. I think that's where we back in time there a little bit. Overall, we're looking at the strongest level on the heat map, all the way down to about 64K on the weekly, and again 62 on the monthly. So we still have plenty of support holding us above 60K, right? Yeah, we are about ready to start smashing down into the upper 70s if this continues to go in this direction. Again, strong heat coming out here at about 78K. Can she hold? Let's take a look and see, guys. But overall, right now, it looks like we do have some clouds and showers today. Again, possible thunderstorms still by the end of the week. It's like every freaking week it's like the same on the Bitcoin weather. But yeah, we really just got to start building up. More of the bulls got to come out here and start defending. Again, 78,300 is going to be our last line in the sand. If we lose that, we're coming back down to Pound Town. About 77,600 next. So take it back to you guys. All right, 78,700 still holding. We are seeing a really nice clean wick, really coming up to keep us at this threshold. Can she hold though? 78,600. That's what we're defending right now, and it's wicking hard. It's wicking hard, all the way down to 78 flat. All right, who's gonna long Abe with me? Blockchain Menace. I'm not doing it. A bunch of Dookie Coins and Strawberry Dragons out here this morning. How we doing, guys, in the chat? Let me ask you guys something in the poll. All right. I'm going to ask you, is the breakout over? How about this? No. How about this? What happens first? What happens first? We haven't done one of these in a while. Okay. What happens first? That would be, how about 70K? Or 90K. How about 60K or 90K? That one's even more fun. There we go. 60K or 90K. What happens first, guys? Are we done with the lows? Or are we in for more pain? There we go. That's a good one. Starting to try to bounce here now at 78,600. Can she hold? Can she hodl? We'll find out here in a minute. We still got about a half hour until 10:30. Big moves, of course, usually happen again right around 10 a.m. We just hit 10 a.m., guys. Nice little sell-off here. I wonder if this is manipulated, coordinated sell-off to 10 a.m. See another rip and destroy some of the bears going up from here. But again, the strength right now is just in the bears' favor. All right, little bounce happening right now. Already up $100 in the first minute or so after 10 a.m. All right, let's get back into what's going on with TradFi. Anything else happening over here? We'll come back to the order books before we do head out for the day, as all eyes are on Bitcoin.
Jeffrey Epstein's accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell, will stay in prison this morning. A federal judge in New York.
All right, Ghislaine Maxwell is going to stay. Good. I think everyone should sleep a little better after hearing that. All right, let's get back over here to CNBC. 4 seconds till they come back from break on Doomberg.
Thank you. Now to the latest.
New home
Iran's
sales
oil
down
prices
10%. Let's
fall
go.
Following the Trump administration's move to isolate
Boom.
sanctions. Megan Casella has the latest from Washington. Megan.
Leslie,
Okay,
good morning.
let
So
me talk
Treasury
about
Secretary
Iran.
Scott Bessent's economic D-Day measures landing a little bit softly yesterday, something of a muted reaction.
Because we don't believe anything the White House says anymore.
Groundwork for sweeping sanctions on any country doing business with Iran, he wasn't actually taking action just yet. Now, Bessent said that was by design. He said the U.S. was giving everyone the opportunity to remedy bad behavior, but that he didn't want...
All right, we're just recapping everything from yesterday. I don't want to hear another repeat of that. Okay, we already went back in time a little bit this morning on that already. Let's see, Scarlett, what we got?
We're also streaming on YouTube as well. Paul Sweeney
Yes,
and Scarlett
we are.
Fu. Paul Sweeney is off for the day, so John Tucker has finally stepped in.
Hi.
Hooray. Hi.
I've been here since 3 o'clock.
Okay, so you didn't really step in. You just moved
I just, you know,
one seat over.
I haven't moved, so.
Well, I'm glad that you're staying for the 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. hours. We've got a lot coming up over the next 2 hours. We're going to check in with our old friend Yelena Sholyacheva. She is senior U.S. economist.
All right, whatever. I'm not going to wait for you. 78,800, or attempting to rebound back to 79K. If we can just get a little more momentum, continuing the sell-off, though. It's not looking good, guys. That's not looking good on that trend. The trend's your friend, man. Holy hell. Bears are in control right now, looks like. We just got to get a breakout, man. Send them running with the tail between their the legs again. But as of right now, we are keeping this going. Holy crap. On Bitcoin. Okay, you're the one with the crystal ball, says Crypto Quint. You should tell us. It's not looking good this morning, man. It's not looking good. Okay, Crypto Quint says, I had a feeling I should have shorted last night, says Crypto Quint. Anything's possible, man. The Bears are going to get wrecked at some point. Continuing to get wrecked at some point. Set it to 49K, says Fat Sonic. Damn. Fat Sonic did call for, 49K Bitcoin. What was that? By the end of the month, or was that September? I forget. We got you on the board here. Mario's calling for 84,300. Man, he got really close. He's calling that for that by the end of the month. So that would happen actually by the end of the week. That would happen tomorrow. Let's go, Mario. I mean, honestly, if we can keep this going, we're just returning the trend right now. If we keep this going, you're going to be right. You're going to be right. Mario, if you're with us this morning, nice little thing producing a possible breakout for you on Friday or Thursday. Wednesday. Damn it. 26th is tomorrow. Guys, the whole month is gone. Don't forget, this Friday is also the options expiry event on Bitcoin. Don't forget, we are going to have a lot more volatility by the end of the week. Lunacy. We have lunacy. We have the full moon by the end of the week as well. And the Fed meeting at Jackson Hole. God damn it, guys. It's going to be a crazy week. All right. Let me get back to the 15-minute. We are, still about ready to test the bottom of the trend here. Getting a little bit of a bounce here. Already up almost 0.5%. A quick little bounce there. One of the biggest candles we've seen in the last 12 hours. Yeah, last 8 hours. Yeah, 8 hours. All right, let's get back in the chat. Robbie Scott says, I'm glad I went all in at XRP at 98 cents. There you go, man. There you go. Yeah, of course, you were calling for the bottom. I remember your 90 cent, man. Our target. I was there with you, man. But as soon as we saw XRP start buying up their own coin, Ripple, buying up XRP, I was like, yeah, they're not going to do it. They're not going to let it happen. And that was pretty much it, right? So I hope to see a little more doom on XRP. But yeah, that could have been it, Robbie. That could have been it. I agree with you. Getting back over here. Bring on the pain, says Crypto Quint. Bring on the pain. October, says Fat Sonic. Yeah. Damn, man, it's a long time to wait for 49K. I'm not in that camp either, guys. You know that. I'm just glad we went all in on XRP at 98, says Robbie Scott. Good morning. Good morning, Braveheart McFreedom. He's got that coffee going. I'm almost done with mine. How you doing, Brave? How you doing this morning, my friend? It's like 6 a.m. over there, 8 a.m. Damn. Good morning, top of the morning to you, Braveheart McFreedom. Of course, the man with the most freedom in the chat right now, guys, is of course yours truly, Braveheart McFreedom. Jesus. XRP sitting at $1.46. Okay. All right. Still waiting on a bounce on Bitcoin. Either it's going to buck the trend and continue, or we're going to go lower. Looks like 90K. You guys are more bullish in the chat than bearish. What happens first, 90K or 60K? Damn, that's bullish, guys. That is bullish. 10K, one direction or the other, and you are going up. That's what you're saying today. If that's not because I doubt it happens, maybe 53K would be a more reasonable if we're going to be setting a new low. I agree with you. I think 55K is also a suitable target. I do love of course, the meme for the lols. I would take it. I'm rooting for the underdog on that one. I don't realistically think it's going to go there. All right. 878,900 coming back, guys. Coming back up off the trend line. We're still on trend. We're still on trend on Bitcoin. All right. Again, this goes into Mario's. Mario Gomez could be right, guys. Calling for 84,375 in just a short period of time. If we continue the trend and a rally again today into tomorrow. It's only 10:10 right now, guys. 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. And usually, of course, we see some sort of whale intervention about 10 a.m. You guys know the drill. 78,950 bucks. We're almost there on Binance already. All the premium is gone too. I mean, it's like what, $5, $10. The premium between, of course, I'm referring to Binance, Coinbase, and Bitstamp. I have on my charts here. All right, just kind of give a wild three. To show you guys that every day. All right, so let's get back over here, see what else is going on. F. Doomberg.
Definitely highlighting questions and skepticism over the acquisition, given the...
All right, still talking about Dick's Sporting Goods this morning. I'm tired of it. CNBC. S&P 500, just
companies. That's not the case at all.
Broad
I
market.
will say it does change the valuation dynamics for private market companies, as in for public
Damn,
markets.
Trend Micro's
well.
up
So if you do have
8%
a
now.
higher
Barbell
rate
up
that you have
almost
to
7.
discount at,
Yep,
let's
7.
say five-year tenor or 10-year tenor, obviously that all things equal would
Let's
bring
go,
the valuations
Doom. Look at that target down almost 5%. Let's go. Send
down.
it.
But I will say there's a counterpoint. Portfolio
We got
companies.
a lot of pain coming to America, guys. We're about to lose our shit. All right, let's get back over here to crypto news. Let's do this. How about we get into my favorite this morning? Bitcoin traders placed 2.9 million bet on a rapid price jump above 82,000. So yeah, we're of course talking about last night's price move. 81,300 was the high from last night. Crypto custody firm Copper has potential buyers, but offers are well below its $500 million asking price. Ethereum price hits overbought RSI of 80 as Bitcoin tops $80,000. We got Robbie Scott coming in with the jewels. 440 jewels this morning. Let's go. Oh, thank you so much this morning, Robbie. Got 440 jewels. Okay, we got an alarm on that one. The unicorn alert. Unicorn alert. Thank you so much, Robbie. In the chat. Ethereum price hits overbought. So overbought 80 as Bitcoin tops 80,000 last night. Stablecoin identification rules could skip 99% of all transactions. Interesting. Really? Let me see. Key takeaways. 5 federal agencies, the FinCEN, the OCC, the Federal Reserve, and the FDIC, the NCUA jointly proposed customer identification standards for payment stablecoin issuers in June 2026. Guys, we don't even need a CBDC anymore for them to know exactly what you're doing with your money. They're going to have customer identification standards implemented for stablecoins directly. Issuers would need to collect names, addresses, birth, or formation dates, identification numbers before opening an account and using stablecoins. What the fuck? The Blockchain Association wants the peer-to-peer stablecoin transfers excluded between people to people. I mean that should be fair. That's like giving someone cash right in the street. Arguing that issuers don't control or facilitate those transactions. It's true. This is why I love Bitcoin, guys. Regulators estimate roughly 99% of stablecoin transactions activity happens in secondary markets outside of the direct issuers' oversight. Final. I'm gonna throw up my mouth. This is just disgusting. I hate this. Final rules would take effect 12 months after publication, while the Genius Act broader license framework kicks in on January 18th, 2027. We need a stronger American, like real American values in crypto for proper crypto legislation. This is disgusting. We don't need CBDCs anymore now, guys. We're just gonna copy know everything about you before, everything's eventually gonna be on the blockchain. Eventually, everything's gonna be moving through stablecoin of some fashion. That's just disgusting. I hate it. That's some dystopian future stuff right there. Bitcoin price surges to 80,900. Right now we're sitting at almost 79K again. 25 bucks, 20 bucks, 30 bucks away on Binance. Getting another nice little pump here. Of course, right on time. 10:15 a.m. right now in the States. Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. SEC just proposed actual crypto rules. Regulation, crypto assets are explained. We did see a tick down in Polymarket. And it does seem like people are giving up on Polymarket, on Clarity Act altogether, and just expecting that the SEC is going to move on in and do their own thing anyway by the end of the year. That's kind of the narrative right now we got going on, especially on the Polymarket side. 79K, there we go, guys, 79K. There we go. We just hit it again. We'll see how today, shapes up. But so far, guys, the order books still aren't looking great. We can go back over there and take a look at the weather again. Again, still calling for cloudy with a chance of showers today. I'd say it's probably 30. No, it's more like 60% showers. Gonna see some rain today. Look at this, guys. We are setting up shop at every key level now. Resistance, of course, above us. Very stronger than even the support below us in the upper 60s. In the upper 60s, so it's still not looking great. Bears are coming out swinging, defending everything now to find the level to properly short. And we're still on a downtrend so far. Of course, you don't need to be Neo to see through the matrix. It's right there, guys. It's going down lower today if we continue this sell-off with the Bears coming in, controlling the market. 8.6 billion against 8.8 billion for the Bears, of course, in control right now on the overall volume. All right, I'll come back there again if we have to, if we see a little bit more breakout, but we still are in between a little bit of a sell-off range. If we continue that, though, we could get squeezed. We're already getting a little bit there. Let me kind of screw that up there. There we go. Skew it a little bit there. Yeah, we're still testing a little bit. That'll be a little bit higher maybe to go until we possibly see a squeeze. And that'll happen probably around like 12 o'clock, 12:30. Yeah, as usually we do see, of course, the intraday trading session begin. 1:30 is the major meat of the move, so we could start to see a squeeze up or down by then. My guess is still on the, a little bit lower today. Again, we haven't seen a real pullback. It's usually traditionally what we see, but so far the momentum, it looks like April. And what did we do in April, guys? Nothing but up. Nothing but up. So don't doubt the bull's power to move markets. And when the whales want to do it, they'll do it. All right, we'll come back here in a minute and see what else is going on as we do see another possible retest of 79K coming here shortly. All right, anything else happening in the news? U.S. expands Iran sanctions, over 100 million oil payments. There's really nothing happening, guys. The same stuff we've covered over and over and over again the last 24 hours. XRP price predictions as crypto fear and greed index says 83. On what? Where did it hit 83? Let me look at CoinMarketCap this morning. 80 on CoinMarketCap. Damn, that's cool. Holy shit. Oh, wow. CoinGlass, Cointree showing us every morning. 74, though. A little more realistic. I like Cointree more. It feels more like the market really feels, in my opinion. All right, 80, 83. That's nuts. That's nuts. All right, so people are predicting crazy breakouts coming. Are going to $2. We're going to $2 on XRP. $1.80. It's gonna be the same shit, different day. All right. The Moon Boy, of course. XRP predictions. A lot of hopium here, guys. A lot of hopium. Let's see. U.S. imposes new sanctions on Iran. The same stuff. All right. I think we're over the news, guys. We gotta, of course, rip into X or X. X is gonna give it to you over on crypto Twitter. But I'm really weary because every time I get sucked in there, guys, there's nothing but hopium. There's nothing but FOMO right now on crypto Twitter. We're $4 away from 79K, guys. Trying to, of course, keep our head above water this morning after losing a bit of the trend. All right, we'll see if that happens on Bitcoin soon. Let's get back over here to TradFi one more time. Then we'll get into, of course, double checking our homework on crypto Twitter, making sure we got everything that's happening right now.
Regardless, in this market, are always seeking out the most efficient, lowest cost, highest.
All right. The circle jerk of course, investments and yeah. Loans for Nvidia. Yeah, I'm over it. Let's get back over here to X. X gonna give it to you. If you guys like what you're seeing here today, don't forget to like, subscribe, do other things down below, please. Of course, it helps the algorithms and my channel. It doesn't cost a damn thing. Just hit the buttons down below, guys. Thank you, thank you. All right, let's get into crypto Twitter. Anything? Get out of bed this morning. It's all FOMO. Here we go again. Guys, we just hit 81,000 last night. Whoa. Jeez, get out of bed. Let's go. Pet the bears gently. It's Michael Sellers defending the bears towards the end of the bear market. Knocking them all out. Jeez. Yeah, I can't click on that one. That one's something fun there. A youngster goes caught on camera losing his virtual virginity. Fake it till you make it, son. Oh, just wow. All right, bears got wrecked. Yes, they did. Everyone's sharing that one. 79K buyers, $80,000 sellers. Right now, pound it. Bitcoin situation right now. It is. It's a war. It is a war, and it never changes. It never changes. Continuing the war is, of course, Bitcoin, the bulls and the bears, still defending the same area. 79K. What else we got? We're back. We're so back. 80K, of course, rolling over last night. That was fun hanging out with you guys on the Patreon. Guys, we have a Patreon. It's only $15 a month to come hang out with the Chaos Crew. We do it every Wednesday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Oh my gosh, I lost my voice there. And of course, last night was so much fun hanging out with you guys and watching, of course, the corn to hit 81,000. And of course, answering all your questions. Of course, any help I can be, and of course, my community can be with each other. We, of course, have a huge hangout every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It's going to grow, guys. It's going to grow as soon as the bull market takes off. Everyone ain't going to recognize my channel anymore. It's going to be ridiculous. All right, let's get back over here. The wallet questions are coming back, guys. We had another exchange question last night. When you go in all crypto, you remember when you told me nobody was going to be, I was going to be nothing but a drug addict? Look at me now. I got a nice car. Looking good. Jeez. Oh my God. We're pre-rich, guys. Another classic. Big if true. Oh damn. AI is getting really good, guys. What the hell? Oh. Epstein's still alive. All right, crypto junk. There's nothing of value here. Just wait till it's over 90K again. My otaku brother from another mother, Samson Mao. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's just like my intro. Exactly like my intro. Yes, sir. Exactly like my intro. Ridiculous, man. That's, of course, my Dragon Ball intro you guys were seeing on my night shows. Yep, that one, you guys know. I did that one 4 years ago. You've got a serious problem if you need this kind of alarm clock to wake up. You're a heavy sleeper. Damn! That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right, yeah, so like I said, guys, nothing of value at anymore now. It's just all FOMO. Crypto Twitter is there. Retail's money is slowly inching in there. You can tell. Why? Because we're not getting any real news out of Twitter. It's just FOMO. It's nothing but FOMO. FOMO. All right, what do we got here from Bull Theory? The crypto market broke a 5-year record in just 7 days in the middle of the brutal bear market. The crypto market surged 22% in a single week. Again, guys, around the same amount of move we got on that first leg up on the weekly candle out of the bear market. That's still the idea I have right now. We're inching our way out of the bear market. Doesn't mean we can't go back to retrace, but it does, of course, mean that we are probably out of the bear here shortly. Let's see. Sorry, Nvidia, we're back. We're back, baby. We're back. It's a 10-year return now on Bitcoin versus Nvidia, 13,500. Just a little bit higher than Nvidia on the 10-year. Holding Bitcoin for 10-year return. Most of us haven't, even including myself, have not been here for a full 10 years yet. No. Yeah, that's a bit out there. We are back, baby. We're back. Yes, so Crypto Twitter is back, and this is all we get now. There's nothing. Elmo's having a good old time this morning. Love to see Elmo. Yes, sir. Is that Spiderman? Spiderman saving a cat? Oh, not anymore. All right, guys. There's nothing of value here. We already covered all this stuff. If there's anything to even cover here on Crypto Twitter, let's get back over to TradFi. Bitcoin hitting 79,180, attempting to rebound still. 200. We got to get back above 300. Let's get back up the order books and see if there's a chance. We're getting closer to 11, almost 10:30. 10:30 right now. In about 5 minutes. Take a look. Let's take a look. All right, yeah. So we're about ready to hit the next level of resistance. The bears have set up shop for very strong level 2 at about 78,000 or 79,300. And again, guys, the weather looking like showers today. 60% chance of showers. There's a lot of bearish activity, guys. They've set up a lot. And again, next level is that 79,003. We get through there, then we have a chance to get back to 79,800. It's what they're going to be defending strongly again. We got to get through a lot of bear chop as we go up along the way. And again, I told you guys last night they were setting up almost every $100 above 81K as we, of course, broke it last night. That was a good time. 81,300 is where we actually hit, and that's pretty much where they're setting up. From there, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, all the way up. The strongest level we now have to defeat the bears now is going to be holding at that 81,600, trying to, of course, get a little bit of ahead of where the last breakout was. So that's where the bears are currently defending. If we see any sort of run, this is where we're going to get stopped out by the end of the day. More than likely. Maybe that means that we can, of course, see all the liquidity return to the markets and defend that level for the bear against the bears today in the American market. Maybe by the foreign market open, we could actually break above 82 and see another high by the end of the night. But I don't think it's going to happen today. There's a lot of bearish activity apparently. Activity happening to short Bitcoin now, and try to get the bears back in control. 79,200 again. We're trying to tap through the 300. If it doesn't happen, again, we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer for the foreign market open. But I think it's gonna probably break out from here by at least 1 o'clock, and at least try to get back above 80K before the end of the day in the States. But showers, guys, some volatility coming. No thunderstorms. I don't think so. Maybe after tonight, depending on how the Kospi does react to the market and some of the foreign markets, of course, we're watching. Again, last night the Kospi was up positive, finally. Back and forth almost every other day now. It's been up and down, up and down. Sideways chop for the Kospi as we continue to watch that one. Yeah. All right, let's take a look at the other things happening, guys. Going back to TradFi one more time. I gotta show
issues
you
here that the administration has to take into account into how effective restarting wide-scale military operations would ultimately be. We do know that Iran's economy has taken a severe hit since the conflict began. Inflation right now is running at about 80%, yet at the same time, Iran has also weathered waves of sanctions, which has led to these questions about whether the U.S. will follow through with the threats in bringing in these other trading partners, and not just China, we should say, too. We're also closely watching action taken by Turkey, by India. We saw the UAE last week already move to sever financial ties, they say, completely with the country. So a lot of different ways that this could ultimately go. But to your point, the administration has chosen this path squarely because we haven't gotten any indication in recent weeks that the two sides are talking. There were some mediators from Qatar that were in Iran the other day, but we didn't get updates on whether or not we would be getting closer to diplomacy.
And one question before we let you go, Tyler. Speaking of two sides talking or not talking, what is the latest on the Canada tariffs and trade talks? Because we're understanding that Howard Lutnick actually played an interesting role in those discussions.
Doom.
Yeah, a person familiar with the matter telling Bloomberg News that it was last-minute pressure from the U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick that ultimately led to the plans being derailed, that we were very close to getting a deal over the finish line. But we have to keep in mind that
I don't believe it. All right. So anyway, yeah, they did lose those that deal over the weekend. We already covered that on Monday. Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, they're still working on a deal. Yeah, whatever. Okay, let's get back in the chat, catch up with you guys. We're right now testing 79,300. Will she hold? Will she break above? That's the question now, guys. Will she break above 79.3? All right. Let's take a look at what's going on with Crypto. Quint's got, what is this? Nunya's back in the house. How's it going, Nunya? Stopped selling razor blades to the goth kids to be here. I'm glad you did. You did a service. You did a service. Crypto Quinn says, dang, dang. Crypto Quinn's got this one for us. It looks like naive meme. Where the F is my Bitcoin 50K bottom, bro? I'm rooting for you, but I just don't think it's realistic. Don't you know, pump it up, says Flat Smack. Oh, we also got Black Mamba here. What's got this? Jake the Snake has, of course, entered the chat. Ooh, Victoria's Secret stock is up 300% in the last 12 months. Panties outperforming half of the tech sector, and the entire timeline is fighting over AI. That's insane. Victoria's Secret's up, wow, 300%. Why? What happened? People decided that they can somehow afford expensive panties? I don't know. I don't understand this. Maybe they decided they were going to increase their price of their panties. Everything is going up anyway. I don't know why they're pumping. I'm curious. I wonder if Crypto Twitter has the answer to that. He's desperate now. With something interesting I heard about that GLP is Ozempic is the reason why the stock is up. Wow, more people own Ozempic, so they're going to buy more panties because they are feeling better about their bodies now. Now they're on a life-saving drug that is going to take their life possibly when the next zombie apocalypse occurs. The OZ virus, guys. It's out there. It's out there. Let's take a look. 100% Jake. What the F are we doing in crypto? What the hell is this? Yeah, Victoria's Secret moving like a meme stock. Jake the Snake also has this for us as well. What are we doing, Jake? What are we doing? Tom Wee, the second ETH claims his cost basis. Call the ambulance. Call the ambulance. But not for me. What the hell? What the hell? Oh, jeez. You'll never know what's going to happen in crypto Twitter. What the hell is this? Fat Song says Victoria's Secret has expert brawl filters. I want this job. Jake and Six says, it certainly makes you wonder, Quint. It certainly makes you wonder. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. Let's get back over here and see what else. Oh, Ozempic, women got to buy more panties. Yeah. That's where it's going. They're losing weight, so they're buying more panties. They got rid of their fat asses, and then guess what? On the way back up, they'll be buying more panties again. Oh, jeez. 79,300. Still keeping that below 79,300. 79,262. Can she go? I would say at least before the middle of the afternoon, we could probably get back above 79.6. But the bears really are setting up shop there. They're defending this area, guys. Defending this area strong. Shorts coming out today. Jeez, let's get there to the fat asses. Fat asses have been banned from the server, says Jake the Snake. Jesus. Oh my god. All right. 79,300 and testing. Will she hold? Will she hold? Let's get back over to Doom scrolling here. 1 second. One more time over here at CNBC. I want to get into crypto news one more time.
And two is
we're still talking about Stanley Druckenmiller's response to, of course, the Fed. To Scott Bessent's future push of bringing, of course, Treasury back into the limelight, and of course going to be doing those buybacks. We're gonna go take a look one more time at crypto news. How about CoinDesk? We haven't looked there yet this morning. Crypto custody for firm Copper. We already talked about Copper. Chain analysis runs Sting targets child exploitation networks with the aid of Binance and Coinbase coming together, and of course saving the world. Let's go. That's a lighthearted article this morning. Operation Lighthouse went after child sex abuse materials, working with law enforcement to round up more than 14,000 investigative leads. And Coinbase and Binance are out there to support it. All right. Just kissing babies and saving abandoned dogs are coming soon. 3% token move just triggered 36 million in Ethereum DeFi liquidations. Las Vegas businessman are convicted in 24 million AI. Supercomputer crypto Ponzi scheme. It's all a lot of fraud and scams this morning from CoinDesk. Banco Templeton and Hashkey roll out U.S. tokenized money fund in Asia. Monad proposes, we talked about Monad, proposes wallet upgrade that could survive lost keys and quantum attacks. for their blockchain. Treasury's bond back program fights the market, heightens the danger. Billionaire Drunken Miller says, of course, the Fed shouldn't be able to control that or manipulate it. Blah blah blah. They do anyway. Crypto rally spills into dog and cat meme coins as smaller tokens double in a week. And again, we've seen most of that happen to Cash Cat. That's where all the cash is at right now. So yeah, we got Thinking Cat too. I haven't heard of that one. Thinking Cat. Then we got Dog Bitcoin, which is just dumb. Dog with hat is coming back, 64%. Mew. We haven't talked about Mew in a long time. Holy crap, that's an old cat coin. Floki up 40%. That hasn't moved as well in a minute. Shiba Inu, a modest 30%. Small cat meme coins exploding right now. All right, gotcha. And that's about it. That's your crypto news roundup this morning, guys, as Bitcoin attempts to try to get back to 79,300, and it's not looking good so far. Let's double check the weather before I do head out, as things are still developing. Of course, on the heat map with the weather this morning. It's still looking like showers, guys. Let's take a look and see if it's still before we head out today. Here we go. All right, so yeah, we're hitting 79,300 right now. We're chopping through that first level of resistance. And if we do get through that, remember, we're looking at 78,800 as being the next big standoff for the bulls and the bears. That's probably going to happen around 1 o'clock today, right? If I was going to be a weatherman and tell you the exact time frame too, that's probably going to happen by 1 o'clock, which is right here. Right, 1:30. Yeah, that's close enough. I feel like that's close enough. Let me do a single check so I can really get this one dialed in. There we go. 1:15, 1:30, something like that right there. That's where we're going to be looking at, about 80,800 right there on the dot. If we do not get back above there before 1 o'clock, there's not going to be much time left in the market here in the States to really do anything significant. Then yeah, we're going to be looking at a retracement back down the trend again. 78,600, maybe that'll hold next time, and then tonight we'll see another rally back to the 80s. That's kind of the idea I got right now. Nothing really tells me that we're going to see a huge sell-off just yet, but we got to get back above 81,000 and test any of those areas. Again, the bears right now setting up hugely. The strongest level we have here on the 12-hour on the 81,300 key level we hit last night. All right, so again, guys, chance of showers still pretty damn high. I think we're going to see maybe thunderstorms by the end of the week if we do see, the bears continue to short the market and the strength coming out right now. And it's not looking good for the bond market. In terms of it's looking good for the bond market. That's the problem. The Dixie's trending a little bit higher still today, and I don't like that. All right, guys, I'm going to leave with that. That's kind of where we are right now. Either make it or break it on this downtrend. If we do break out, it gives at least the whales and the bulls a little bit more momentum. Possibly more money could come out and liquidate the bears if we just get a little bit further, but I'm not. I'm holding my breath until about 1:30 anyway. All right, guys, have a good one. I will see you tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, and we come back for our foreign market live open as we do every single night, guys. And again, stay safe out there. Don't do anything stupid. Don't hold nothing but dog, cat coins and frog coins in the middle of this market. You want to make sure you have the winners for the next cycle. And this is the best time to be buying those winners because they are going to be 10x lower, in some cases, maybe even more, than they are going to be in the height of the bull. See you guys on the other side. I'll see you tonight soon.
When will then be now? Soon.
Fly me to the moon. Let me trade among the stars. Let me see what freedom's like without money and no cars. In other words, hold my keys. Oh! In other words, let's make
Thank you so much, Crypto Quint, and a $2 super chat on the outro. Let's see what we have before we leave today, guys. Oh no! Don't sleep on this opportunity, guys. Wow. Yeah. No. Not the first. Not the first. Wow. Yep. Try not to get caught in another one of these coins, guys. What the fuck? Yes, Crypto Quint reminding you what, of course, not to buy. Jesus. How's it going? I'll see you later, guys. Thanks again, Crypto Quint, for that $2 super chat on the outro. Trying to shill some of his Pico bags. Ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work. I'll see you all again tonight, guys. Have a good day. Stay safe and peace. Peace. Peace, bro. Oh my god.
Watch the cash burn, land fade. A new world rises. We've made the trade. The robots are rising. He's taking the crown. But we're the ones that won't back down.
Never got their money back.
Maybe I'll stop making these videos. I don't have to do this.
And the truth shall set you free.
We covered a lot of it tonight, but there's more.
How could it get any worse? Right?